Oh,
Okay, we will call the meeting of the Irvington Architectural Review Board to order. As is always the case, we will ask that when it's your turn to present your application, that you have the application ready and willing to share it on your computer. As is always the case, we will start with revisions and go on to continuations and then ultimately to new matters. We will start with the revision 2022-25, 61 Field Terrace. Windows. If you're in the audience and if you hear your application being called, please raise your hand.
is someone here for 61 Field Terrace? Can you please hit the raise hand button? No.
Good evening, folks.
How are we doing?
Good. Thanks for the time. I'm going to share the screen now. And here we go. One moment, please. Okay. Good evening again. My name is Mike Jacobs. I'm an architect with Jacobs Chang Architecture, and we have a approval for renovation work at 61 Field Terrace, which you guys granted to us back in April of this year. And we're back tonight with a few requests on some modifications to that approval. There are 3 basic changes that we're proposing. And I'll bring you through really quickly, and then I have some additional visual information if there's any additional questions that require further review. So these are a copy of the drawings that you've already been issued. But in short, part of the scope of work on this project is to replace all of the existing windows in the house with new windows. And so when we were here in April, that approval was given to us, and there was a couple changes that we're now backtracking on. So where to start? So down in this corner here, we had originally proposed expanding the width of this window and shortening the brick piers that are here. This house was built in 1970. So the windows are kind of that age. And we've kind of come back to the idea of just leaving it alone. So as part of the amendment, we're showing this basically to be left as is, and for the window to be replaced in kind. And I can show you what that looks like in a moment. So that's one area of the work. The second area of the work is in the master bedroom, the prime bedroom, which is facing the back of the house, or the backyard of the property. There's currently what we have approval for is to replace in kind. This corner has 2 windows, and this corner here has also 2 windows. And what we're proposing as an alteration is to infill both of these corners with stucco to match the existing stucco of the house, and to cut a new window, a larger sort of fixed window facing the woods in the back. So that's the 2 changes on the main level of the house. And as we move to the next page, the previous approval, this is an existing garage. The owners would like to enclose and legalize it as part of the basement. We have approval already to replace this garage door with a sliding door, and to replace this opening, or this garage door, with an infill of stucco. And the owners have kind of changed their mind and asked if we could do a plate glass window here as well. So that's the change in the basement level. And what these might look like, the top drawing is there's no changes being made. That's the front elevation of the house. The driveway side of the house is the middle elevation. This area here is with the window being proposed as is rather than being enlarged. This is the fixed window here in the old garage door that's being replaced as a window. And then you can see up here, there used to be, well, there's some dash lines, but there used to be a window here that we're requesting infill. And as it turns the corner facing the back of the property, this is the prime bedroom wall that we're asking for some consideration on one new window here and filling in the two sides. And these top drawings, there's no changes being made to what you previously approved. And this bottom drawing here, which faces north, this is that back corner window. So again, there is an existing window here and we're asking to infill it with stucco. Are there any questions on that's really the request of the scope?
So
I can
the
answer
windows
questions.
that
I'm also happy to
the windows
elaborate
that-
on some of the visuals.
the windows that are being replaced are similar to what you've already proposed, initially
Correct.
proposed as make and model.
The same exact windows there. It's an aluminum window inside and out. It's heavily gasketed and it's built by a Polish company called Schuko Windows.
Okay. Ladies, questions?
No.
No. Okay, I think you've satisfied all the questions that we were going to have, and I will make a motion to approve the application. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Enjoy your evening.
You too. All right. All right, moving along. We will now go on to continuations. There were originally two continuations on the agenda. One did not submit any new materials, so we will only hear the one, and that's 2022-67, 100 Ardsley Avenue West, Stonewall.
Good evening, Tony Canali from Musa Rutledge, and we had submitted at your request the catalog cut of the retaining wall replacement for this project. I'd like to share my screen here.
Yes, please.
Okay, so this is the Ready Rock wall, precast wall that is a fieldstone kind of mold in an attempt to match a little bit as best we can the adjacent wall next to us. So we originally submitted the design drawings without the rendering or the catalog cut. So it's a small section of wall here, about 20 feet, to replace the collapsed portion. This is a
Okay.
picture of the collapsed portion and where the new wall will be.
Okay. Was that the photograph you showed, was that the cut that you have, or would you have a separate cut sheet for it?
This is the part of, we submitted the full cut sheet for the wall. This is just a picture from that. The color is not exactly what it will be. It'll be to match the existing. It won't have this reddish hue too, but this is the exposure of the wall would be this fieldstone type wall.
Okay. Question?
I mean, it's not as beautiful as the other natural stone wall, obviously, but the red was a concern for me, so thanks for answering that question.
Okay. Libby?
I think it's fine.
Okay. Okay, so you've satisfied the request and we appreciate it. I will make a motion to approve. Do I have a second?
Second,
All in favor?
aye.
Aye.
You're good to go. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Have a good night.
You too. All right, we'll move on to new matters. ARB 2022-74, 57 Butterwood Lane West. window.
Good evening, members of the board. David Barbuti, architect, representing 57 Butterwood Lane West. Well, I can share my screen. Bear with me 1 second. I'm working with 2 screens.
No problem.
So can you see my screen?
Yep.
Okay, so basically we're proposing a finished basement. There are 2 existing windows on the north elevation. And we're proposing to just enlarge this window here. They're presently roughly 2 by 2. We're going to make it a 30-inch by, I believe, 3'9" egress window. Let me just try to find. Nope, sorry, wrong one. Let's try this again. Nope. Keep clicking the wrong one. I apologize. Okay, here we go. So presently, the north elevation, there are multiple smaller windows, which are, as I said, 2 by 2. We're proposing the 30-inch by 3'9" casement window. I know a comment came back, if we could make that a double hung like the rest of the windows in the house. The problem with that would be that I would be another 1.5 feet into the grade. And I'd really not rather put a window well in or escape well, only because just the fear of water going into the basement. They have had some leaks in the past. What I would propose is to put a mullion affixed to the glazing on the casement window, So it does give an appearance of a double hung window.
That'd be fine. I mean, it's not a prominent window in the overall scheme of things. It's just, I thought that because everything else was double hung, it would make sense to
Right.
look the
Right.
same.
And as I said, the only reason why I don't want to go further into the ground, have to build, God forbid, if we get a torrential rain and we have a bathtub. So, and then the water
No, I
comes
get
back into
I
that.
get you. And that's why I asked you, can it be a double hung? I knew there was a reason, probably
Right.
wasn't, but that's fine.
Okay,
I didn't have any other issues, ladies.
okay.
Okay, we are good to go. I will make a motion to approve the application. Do I have a second?
Second,
All in favor?
Aye.
aye.
Aye. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, moving on, Irvington Architecture Review Board, matter 2022-75, 97 Hudson Ave. Windows.
Sorry, thank you for meeting with me. I'm gonna just share the screen. So we are proposing, these were a copy of the architectural plans that were submitted. The main changes would be to the front facade of the house, where we currently have, like, it looks like 3 panels. So we would be proposing changes to the side 2, where these little windows, this is what it currently looks like, are really small and in the corner. So what we would like to do is enlarge them, install large egress windows, white to match the center panel, which would be remaining the same. But also because it would be hard to match the brick veneer that's already existing, just given how old the veneer is already and given the age and the wind and the natural elements, over time, changing the veneer on this side to this stone that we also submitted. So it's called a blue stone. Yes, so I just went back to the plans to show. So these 2 sides would be changed. The windows would be enlarged and centered on these 2 walls. And then the veneer you can see in the plans. It's called Montauk Blue. It's a blue stone, and the pattern would be to match the kind of pattern that we have in the stone on the side of the driveway. And then the center panel, I actually took a picture with the stone up against it so we could see what it looked like. This would be remaining the same to match the rest of the house. And then the 2 side windows that we have on either side would be closed and eliminated. And then we would match that brick. I mean, hopefully with the veneer that we pull off the front, we could just patch in those 2 sides.
Makes sense. So
Is that-
from the center mullion, the wings over the other, where you're gonna be putting the stone, that would remain brick? Go back. Yeah, see that wing above the door? Yeah, up.
Right here?
No, up
Oh, this?
above the, yeah,
Yes, that would remain brick.
no, that's gonna stay brick, but above the door itself or above the new stone, that's gonna remain brick as well?
No,
I'm not, I
above,
don't have,
above the
I don't-
door would be also the veneer, but this side, on the side of the door would remain brick.
I was actually talking about above the, on the eave, yeah, above that, where that looks like a light.
That would,
Okay.
over here,
Yes,
that would remain brick.
okay. I don't object to it. I just wanted to picture it in my mind what it's gonna.
Yeah,
gonna look
no, that would remain brick because it would fit, it would be on that center, it's in that center panel, and I like that. I like the look of the brick. It pains me to remove it, but I just don't think it's gonna look right having old brick and new brick.
Well, you picked a nice stone besides, so.
Yeah, I think it'll break it up. It'll probably add something to the house.
I hope
Yeah,
so. Thank you. And then the final change was to the deck. The door that's there is like a normal swinging door, and we instead would like to put a sliding door just so that it's just a nicer entrance onto the deck.
Okay.
And that was it.
I never have a problem with any of it, ladies.
No,
No?
I'm fine.
Okay. Okay, we all seem to be okay with it, so let's make a motion to approve. Do I have a second?
Second,
All in favor?
fine.
aye.
Aye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Okay. Last but not least, ARB 22-76, 81 South Buckout Street. Exterior elevation change.
Hope I'm going to share my screen now and show you the drawings. Right here. Okay, share. Okay, so this building on Buckout Street has a concrete front porch, and we're proposing to cover it with a porch the full width. And in looking at the neighborhood plan, the proposed porch, if you see, look here in the photo, this is actually an older photo when there was a roof here before, but there were no columns. So what we're proposing is to put the roof on, but not a hip, but a shed type one with columns on it. And it's in line with the other homes here. This is the actual house here, you can see. And the house is to either.
Look, you can't see your cursor.
Yeah, I'm not sure which house we're looking at.
Sorry, let me see, how can I make the cursor bigger? Okay, let's see, hand tool. Okay, can you see it now?
Yep.
Okay,
Yes.
okay, sorry about that. So anyway, right now, this is just a flat facade. This is not here, but we're gonna put the roof, a new roof on, but it'll be, as I say, it won't have this hip, it'll go straight across. And we'll have
Okay.
columns. So in the elevation drawing, this is the existing, flat facade with and just a porch here. And the proposal is the new roof here and 4 columns and railings. So, and this is the plan as it is now. There is just a flat porch with the railings. And here are the new columns in plan view. So we're keeping the existing steps, and other than the columns and the roof here, there's really no major change. This is a larger detail, construction detail of how it's going to look. The edge of the column will be flush here with the existing concrete slab. The roof itself will cantilever slightly over there. And I picked out some materials on this last page. We're going to, if the construction disturbs any areas, we're going to try to match the color and the paint that's there. This is an example of the railing we're proposing. This is an example of the column enclosure that we're proposing. There'll be a 4x4 structural post on the inside, and we'll enclose it here. This is the roofing material. And then this is a reflected ceiling plan here there's a couple of lights and a pendant here. And then this is the roof and the roof pitch. So that's pretty much the design.
The fencing is, or should be the railings in front of or between the columns there.
Yeah.
I see. Is it made out of, I can't read that.
Vinyl. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
vinyl to match the white vinyl enclosure here. So it's all going to be,
What about a cap?
well, the cap is also that I don't know if you can see my little cursor. It's
Yeah, I can't.
the vinyl kind of a cap post there.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's got like a little bit of ornament detail setback, similar to say the Capitol on the column. So it sort of kind of blends in.
Okay.
And what are the posts made of? The
The posts are
columns?
vinyl as well. They're an enclosure. They're just a again, I believe a cast material, and it wraps the structural column on the inside. And if you see the detail, you see there's the wood post is here, and this is the handrail cross section, and then the outer heavier line is the actual enclosure, the architectural, thing that you see, the wrapping.
The handrails and the sections going down the stairs, that's all going to be new?
No, so what happens is the section going down the stairs is an iron railing right now, and we're proposing to keep that. And these posts, these are new. These larger, 4x4 are the new ones, and then the thinner line is the actual line of the existing. I didn't really draw it on this side here, but there are some iron railings now, and they're in good shape. I don't offhand have oh, here, you can kind of see here, you see they're painted green. So they will all be, they'll maintain that. Let me, if you want, I can try to zoom that a bit. So you see how this is the railing that's there now. So this is going to be proposed to stay, and these railings will be removed, and we'll put the new columns and the new railings and posts in here. And the roof will
Could you
be,
consider a material other than vinyl?
well, I mean, we could go with wood. I guess, is the other option that we would paint it white. I would imagine to match the rest of the trim. I don't, or I guess we could, go with wood columns as well, if you were to decide that. But I felt that it's not out of character to use a white design there. Let's see, I can zoom it out a little bit. I mean, I
just feel like the wood always it's just, I don't know. I mean, I know it might be a little bit harder to maintain, but it looks better than the vinyl.
So you're saying you'd prefer wood for the railings and also for the columns, or just for the railings?
I think both would be
For
nicer
both?
and more
Okay,
metal.
okay. Well, certainly, I mean, this is, it's a choice of materials. It's if you feel if it's better visually, I suppose you could do that. Yes.
I think that'd be great.
Okay.
If you can do.
Yeah.
I
sure.
agree.
Okay, so then shall I resubmit it with that? And do you want to have me?
I think if you agree to change both the columns and the railings to wood,
Yes.
we can approve that tonight.
Oh, great. Okay, so yes, okay. I will make them both wood. They make the wood column enclosures as well, obviously with the railings. Was there a feeling towards making the color of it? Shall I keep it white, or would you prefer natural?
I think white would probably work, but that's just, in my opinion, that's up to you.
Okay, so maybe I'll make the railings dark and then the vertical elements white, just to give it a little more, definition.
That might work even nicer.
Yeah, that
Mhm.
sounds beautiful.
Okay, very good. All right, I'll make that change. And I'll change the drawings before like I could submit to the building department with wood, or make a revision to it that way.
Okay, well, I can conditionally approve the application based on changing to wood on the columns and the railings.
Okay. Okay, thank you very
So I
much.
will make a motion to approve based on changes to the materials of the columns and the railings to wood.
Okay,
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in
Second.
favor?
All-
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, you're conditionally approved and you're
Thank
good to
you.
go.
thank you very much. Good evening.
Thank you.
Okay. End of the applications. Our next meeting is January, I think, 23rd. Let me just look here. Yeah, January 23rd. Just to let you know, I have a meeting with Larry in the building department on the 8th to discuss how the village is going forward with implementing our architecture review board and the planning board together in some fashion to streamline the process for the applicants.
Is that what they did in Dobbs Ferry? Is that what they're thinking about?
I don't know. I mean, they've,
They
I've
made
had a
them-
meeting with them
they made
already.
one.
They're not gonna make them one, but they're going to integrate more closely how the
Yeah.
ARB, you know,
Well, I think,
integrates.
I
into
think
the
we've
planning
been
board.
feeling that
Mhm.
that's kind of
Well, we've always said
necessary
that.
anyway. Yeah.
When I was on the board in 2010 or 2011, we were talking about it, so it's a long time coming. Needless to say.
Thanks for sticking with it, Rick.
Yeah, well, when I say on the board, on the village board, as a trustee,
Yeah.
we were talking about it then. We knew it was an issue then.
Did you ever hear anything from the building department
That
about
was-
that fence at Mercy College?
I sent an email to Sarah and to Ed and have not heard back, unless Sarah has anything to report. It's temporary. Okay,
They put like some green like sheeting up on the fence on the aqueduct side that I think makes it look like a little bit nicer because you're looking at something that's at least green and kind of blends in with the landscaping. But the side that's right on Hudson is still like the silver chain link fence.
And the green's probably not permanent, is it?
none of the fence.
No,
No, that's what I figured.
No,
That's
it's-
what
Yeah.
she just confirmed is
I
Yeah.
would imagine it's gonna be there for what, a year?
probably this,
Yeah.
Maybe
probably
more?
last summer. I would
Oh,
think-
that's
yeah, I
it?
would think that, once they get started on doing that, it's not gonna take long. I
Okay,
wouldn't think, it's not a
that's
major
good.
production.
Okay, I'll reassure the neighbors
Okay.
then.
I will, then, any other questions, issues, concerns coming up?
Yeah.
Okay. I will-
No, it was nice that he was so amenable.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because, when he came forward and he started talking about vinyl and,
Yeah,
everybody's kind of improved those houses there, and
Yeah.
like it to.
okay. So I will make a motion to adjourn. Do I have a second?
Second,
All in favor?
hi.
Thank you, ladies.